lock yourself out of a Peterbilt and a Kenworth, because in order for you to lock the door, you have to use the key. You cannot lock the doors on Peterbilts and Kenworth without the key, and that is very, very nice that way, because in Freightliners I have locked myself out of Freightliners so many times it's not funny. But I have learned a long time ago to hide a spare key somewhere around the engine compartment. That way when I lock myself out, all I gotta do is open the hood and unlock, unlock the doors, put the key back in. Okay, this thing here is showing that it's 79 degrees outside. This one here, it says 10. I have no idea what that is. And this one here must be the trip odometer. Yep, trip odometer. Okay, let's zero that one there. There, trip A, active, 0. Let's see, let's press it one more time. Trip B, okay. Trip C, wow. Trip D, I don't know what that is. And we're back to the odometer setting. I'm not sure if you guys can actually see this. Whoop. Look at this. Oh wow. Don't forget to lock it. Alright, I don't usually drive like this, but I thought maybe the steering wheel was obstructing your view. See, I changed lane, and before I changed lane I had the turn signal on, right? And you did not hear this warning BORAD. That's what they call a BORAD warning system. Now watch this. I'll turn the turn signal on. Okay. There. Quiet as a mouse. Alright. Now let's deliberately run the solid white line with the turn signal on. Quiet as a mouse. That cancels the radar. Okay? Now let's deliberately drift into the lane again, see what happens. There. And by the way, the mirrors are power mirrors. Which I need to adjust that. I don't know if you guys could see that or not. Okay, I'm not falling asleep, I promise. Don't worry. I'm still awake. Okay, what else? Let's try to adjust the driver's side. Now I have no idea what this is right here. Maybe that's the mirror heater. I have no, I don't know. I'll have to ask some of the experienced drivers in the company who has been driving this unit for a while. By the way, it's a good practice that if you guys see somebody on the shoulder, whether they're changing tires, parked, or whatnot, even trucks, move over, change lane, because they could be changing tires, not paying attention, and just give them a lot of room. And you know what? You'll give yourself a lot of room too. So, and put yourself in their shoes. How would you like if you broke down on the side of the road and a guy just zipping right through you? I mean, it's just downright dangerous and the very least very rude, right? Oops, there you go. Another warning. I have no idea what gear I'm in. Oh, I know what this is. This 10 right there, I'm on 10th gear. Yes, that's okay. 10, and then the gear sign or picture logo thing. I'm on 10th gear. I see. I got it. And by the way, the air conditioning on this truck is, oh man, it's cold. It is cold. One of the problem that I am running on right now, or the problem I'm experiencing, is I am about 600, no, I'm about 350 maybe. 354, almost close to 400 miles. And I need about 6.5 to 7 hours to get there. And I need to be there by 6:30 a.m. And as you can see, I only have 3 hours and 49 minutes left of driving. That means I'm gonna have to take a 10-hour break somewhere. And that means I will be late on this delivery. I tried to give this load back to my driver manager. Speaking of driver manager, I have been given a new driver manager, somebody named Travis. He's new at the company. He's still somewhat of a just graduated training, so it's everything is somewhat a little bit difficult, I guess. So what they do is they'll take the most experienced drivers in the company and give it to the new dispatcher or the new driver manager. That way the least amount of issues that he has to deal with. I mean, can you imagine a new driver manager with new drivers? So drivers are, driver could be making a mistake and he could be making a mistake, and next thing you know, the load's all late and crashed and lost. And so anyway, back to the point. I offered to give them back this load, saying, no, I can't make it. If possible, you guys better give this load to somebody else. But they did not have anybody else to deliver this load, or no available drivers in the yard. So they are aware that I am going to be late. Now this one up here, I have no idea what that is. This is probably this right here, because this wire right here is almost like the same wire right here, which is, it's hanging, and that's bugging the crap out of me. They actually gave me a DVD that I can watch tonight. I mean, boy, I got a lot of studying to do with this truck. Right now I'm about 45 miles north of my house. You see Green Bay is up here, way up north. Sheboygan is down here. Chicago is down here. And then Quincy, Michigan is through Indiana. We're going to be traveling the northern part of Indiana right there by the state line. And I'm going to be traveling the Indiana Turnpike all the way to Angola, Indiana, which is off of Interstate 69. And I'll take that Interstate 69 north. Did I mention how quiet this truck is? A special shout out to Patrick in Germany and Eric, and I think Paul over there in London, or I don't know if you're in London, but I know you're in England. I got me a new toy. I was utterly shocked by the amount of stuff that I have in this truck. I couldn't believe I've got this so much junk. Look at that. I tell you, truck drivers are the masters. Truck drivers are the masters of pack rats. We seem to pack everywhere in a very confined space. And you really need to pack everything in a truck, because as you can see, there's not a whole lot of space in here. And especially if you have one more person in here, like a co-driver or a spouse or a friend or a child, then this truck becomes really small. You'll end up rubbing elbows and tension gets high, and there's a lot of great couples, great marriages, and when they retire, they go semi-retire and they'll buy themselves a truck or go work for somebody and become a truck driver. Actually, both of them drive a truck, which by the way is really smart and economical. I mean, if you and your wife were to work as a truck driver, you don't need to pay rent, and you know, you could live here, travel and work and make money, and there you go. But as I was saying earlier, a lot of great marriages come to an end when they get into a truck, because being married in the house is totally different from being married in the truck. I've known people who have been married 20, 25 years, 30 years. Great marriages. They get into the truck 6 months later and they're on each other's throat. Some of them end up divorcing each other. That's how bad it is. Okay, the air conditioning. We got to do something about this air conditioning because it's really getting cold. So it's maxed out at 60 degrees right now. Let's try to put it on. Let's try 72 degrees. Oh, that is better. 70 degrees. One of the things that I have yet to find out is how to control the bunk temperature. No idea. On the White Beast, there was a button here that when you press the button, the bunk control becomes a slave into the main panel here. For example, if you put your air conditioner back there on high and you started driving and you forgot it, it'd be a pain in the butt to just stop and then turn it off, right? Or when you're driving into different controls, or I mean different temperatures, it'd be a pain in the butt to stop all the time and control it. Now let's see what this button does. This one here is a knob. It's not a button. See, I'm trying to push it. There's nothing. So let's try turn it clockwise. Trip A active. Okay. Fuel economy. It's showing 8.8 miles to the gallon because this truck has bobtailed for probably 600 miles. That's why it's showing averaging. Actually, this was averaging at 9.9 miles to the gallon earlier today, because it probably somebody drove it bobtailed 600 miles from the dealership, I guess, or to, yep. All right, let's turn it one more time. There's the tachometer. Right now it's 1,260 RPM. Visibility, select to minimize or hold back button 2 seconds to turn off. Select to minimize. Okay, that turned it off. Hold back 2 seconds to turn off. Oh, that just turns it on and off. Warning, there are no warning. Trip A active. Oh, okay, so instead of pressing this reset button manually here, you could actually do it here. Okay. Right now I have been driving for 18 miles since I zeroed the trip odometer. Trip B, trip C, trip D. Oop, okay. See, I just drift a little bit on that white line and she starts crying.